troops to Washington, D.C., the president pledging the U.S. will never back down. Lindsay?
Selena, thank you. We turn now to the weather and major back-to-back storm threats. A new cross-country storm moves in with snow and heavy rain just as millions of Americans head home from their holiday travels. The lake-effect storm system slammed into Buffalo, New York, causing blizzard-like conditions, making for hazardous driving conditions. Here's ABC's Morgan Norwood.
Tonight, intense lake-effect snow causing treacherous Thanksgiving travel conditions as that massive storm turns deadly. Blinding snow blasting drivers along the eastern shore of Lake Michigan. The storm kicking up these massive waves. Those on the road today here in Springville, New York, outside Buffalo, facing blizzard-like conditions. This tree crushing a car. Plow drivers working overtime, trying to keep up. More than a foot of snow and powerful winds expected to slam the region.
I like it if I didn't have to shovel it.
In Minnesota, more than 400 crashes reported in the past 24 hours. 600 vehicles skidding off the roads, tractor trailers piling up. Tragically, police say one man was killed by a falling tree while clearing snow outside his home near Duluth. And tonight, millions bracing for an even bigger storm, threatening to upend the trip back home after Thanksgiving. Major airlines, including United and American, already offering waivers for travelers through Chicago, which could get hit with more than 6 inches of snow. TSA expecting to screen more than 3 million passengers nationwide on Sunday alone. Flyers are already frustrated.
The trip was a little hectic. It was delayed, and then there was turbulence. It was stressful.
And Lindsay, ahead of that next cross-country storm, experts urging passengers to download their airline's app. And if your flight is disrupted, call and get in line. Lindsay?
It may be necessary to do both. All right, Morgan, thank you. Let's get right to meteorologist Jeff Smith from our New York station, WABC. Jeff, sounds like round 2 is on the way. Tell us about this next cross-country storm.
Yeah, we're tracking that cross-country storm, but during the next 24 hours, it's all about lake-effect snow over the eastern Great Lakes, 6 to 12 inches. We're talking places like Cleveland up to Erie, up to Jamestown, just south of Buffalo, between Syracuse and Watertown. Could be whiteout conditions right through the day tomorrow. No big surprise, lake-effect snow warnings in those areas. And look, already hoisted ahead of that big cross-country storm, we have the winter storm watches and warnings from parts of the Dakotas through Iowa, through portions of the Midwest, including Chicago, all the way to Indianapolis. Let's time it out for you. During the day tomorrow, snow moving from Montana into the Dakotas, all the way into parts of Iowa. The most high-impact day in terms of winter weather by far will be Saturday. We're talking major hubs, Minneapolis, Chicago, Omaha, all the way down to St. Louis, receiving heavy snowfall, rainfall off to the south. And when I say heavy snow, I'm talking 6 to 12 inches from Des Moines to Chicago down to St. Louis, all the way east to Indianapolis. That snowfall becoming heavy in the Ohio Valley into Saturday night and moving on to the East Coast on Sunday. But by then, it's rainfall and it's a weakening storm system as it approaches the I-95 corridor. Lindsay?
And we know you'll be tracking it for us, Jeff. Thank you. Now to the horrific high-rise inferno in Hong Kong. New drone footage shows the scorched buildings. The number of dead now at 94, more than 70 others injured. Hong Kong's chief executive says crews have lost contact with nearly 300
Oh,
people.
my God.
3 construction executives arrested on suspicion of manslaughter in connection with alleged flammable materials. Now, the Russian President Vladimir Putin breaking his silence on the Ukraine peace plan and doubling down on his hardline demands to end the war. Putin also questioning Ukrainian President Zelensky's legitimacy. ABC's chief foreign correspondent Ian Pannell reports from Ukraine tonight. Ian?
Yeah, Lindsay, in a strident and often uncompromising speech, Vladimir Putin saying it's pointless to sign any documents with President Zelensky, claiming he lacks legitimacy. The Russian leader making a series of hardline statements today that are the most extensive comments he's made on the new US peace effort, ruling out a ceasefire unless Ukrainian troops withdraw, claiming his troops are doing well. Remember, the US acting as mediator between the two sides, with delegations expected in Moscow and Kyiv to start talks after Thanksgiving, with pressure from President Trump for a peace deal. Lindsay?
Ian, thank you. Next tonight, Pope Leo's first foreign trip with a message of peace and unity. Leo kicking off a 6-day journey in Turkey and Lebanon. The Chicago native offered Thanksgiving greetings to Americans. ABC's Britt Clennett is traveling with the pontiff.
Tonight, Pope Leo landing in Istanbul as part of his 6-day visit to the Middle East, the maiden trip of his papacy.
There he is, the first American
his first foreign trip, Pope Leo bringing a message of peace and hope to this conflict-ridden region. Earlier in the capital of Ankara, the Pope meeting with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, a key figure in the talks to end the Ukraine-Russia war. Pope Leo calling on everyone to put their differences aside for the sake of world peace.
We are now experiencing a phase marked by heightened level of conflict on the global level. We must in no way give in to this. The future of humanity is at stake.
Before landing in Turkey, the pontiff speaking to reporters on the plane, noting Thanksgiving in the U.S.
To the Americans here, happy Thanksgiving. It's a wonderful day to celebrate.
Several reporters presenting him with pies. Back in Istanbul, Taylor Tankson visiting from Detroit, telling me she's proud of a pope from Chicago spreading compassion far and wide.
I think to keep everything stable, whether people are Christian or not, I think the Pope is just really leaning into humanity, right? Do the right thing. We want peace. We want people to be safe.
Lindsay, after Turkey, the Pope will then head to Lebanon on Sunday. Despite security concerns there, Pope Leo is determined to go to spread his message of peace. Lindsay.
Britt, thank you. Back here in the U.S.